Have you guys practiced today yet, or is that coming up later?
Yeah, practice was this morning. We had kind of like skill groups, so we got up early, got up at it, and it was a good first day. Kind of getting everybody acclimated to the system and stuff like that. So yeah, it was definitely a good day one.
What have the past 2-3 weeks been like since everybody kind of got on campus and getting to know everybody? What are your kind of early impressions of this group?
Yeah, the past couple of weeks, it's really just been a lot of team building. We've had a lot of off the court activities, stuff like that. We did a lot of testing, kind of get a baseline for everything. And then now this is the start of week one, so now it's ramping up. Early impression, I mean, I feel like it'll be just like last year. I think the BBN will fall in love with the new guys, especially. Coach Poe brought in excellent human beings once again, so that always makes it even better and more enjoyable to play with.
What's easier for you the second time through?
Definitely just kind of having a year under my belt. I mean, college basketball is in a whole world of its own. So it's nothing like high school basketball. So coming back to year two, knowing what to expect, knowing how the coaching staff does it, is definitely helps me out.
How much harder or different was college than high school compared to what you kind of thought it might be like once you got here?
Yeah, to be honest, I had no idea what to expect. I mean, it's completely brand new to me last year. So now, I mean, I kind of know how practices are structured, how things go, how the season works into more detail, like when official practice starts and stuff like that. So I think little things like that, it's a good thing to know.
Were there like butterflies? There might be butterflies every year, but were there more last season going into the first day of practice, and like you said, not knowing like really how anything would work? Was there nervousness, I guess?
I mean, I wouldn't say nervousness. I would just say it's kind of still surreal to me that I get to wake up and put on Kentucky. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, growing up watching it, and now I'm here, and I've been here over 365 days, and it still feels like the very first time I put it on. So it's special. It's like magic for real.
How much stronger are you now? You look bigger.
I don't know. Hopefully I got a little stronger over the off season.
No. Compared to what you were lifting when you walked on campus?
I don't know. I haven't done a bench press test or anything like that. It's measured so different now. There's so many different ways that you can measure strength, like your force, your input, your output, stuff like that. It's kind of hard to just pinpoint one number.
Is it a case that when you go back home, people are like, whoa?
I don't know. I mean, it happened a little bit, but I guess just keep on adding muscle for sure.
When the season ended, when you were having conversations with the coaches, what were some of the things they really wanted you to maybe tap into this offseason and improve on?
Yeah, I mean, definitely getting stronger. That was one of the biggest emphasis. Looking to improve my game on both ends of the floor, trying to put the ball on the deck more and creating for others.
When you talk about getting stronger, one of the guys that probably was a good test for that last season, Mo Diabate, and now he's over on your side. Did he give you a good measuring stick at times when you kind of bumped into him in those 3 games?
Oh yeah, now I'm definitely glad he's on our side now. I would not want to run into him, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, we have so many guys that you can learn from, especially off last year's team, and then the guys coming in this year. I mean, these guys have started at a high level, so I mean, you can even pick their brains. Even though I've played a year, I still have so much more to learn. So just sitting around talking with them, gathering more information.
Did you have a prior relationship with Reese at all?
We are kind of just basketball mutuals from the state of Kentucky. I feel like, I mean, you play them so much in camps, summer games, high school. You know them, and I mean, you have the casual small talk, but we weren't super close. But in this past week, I mean, we've had so many team building things. I've got to know him really well.
What are some of those team building things you've been doing?
Well, we've been watching the finals, stuff like that. Just kind of kicking in the lodge, playing ping pong, stuff like that. The team camps, or not the team camps, but the father-daughter camps and the father-son camps are really cool because that's kind of your first experience, and you get to play 2-on-2 with 2 dads, and you just kind of get to just mess around, joke around with the team. So that's an important piece for us.
How surprised or what was your reaction to Travis deciding to leave?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely stung. I mean, I did everything I could to keep him here. He was one of my good friends, and he's an excellent player. But at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, and that's that's what he thought was best for him. So I love him and I wish him the best. Not looking forward to playing him, that's for sure.
Y'all were roommates, right?
We were.
Was that like an ongoing conversation? Like, did you know he was contemplating that, or did you find out via social media or some other way?
No, I mean we definitely talked. I mean we're both freshmen and we lean on each other for little things, and I mean that's just how it goes in this day and age of college basketball. I mean you just try to put yourself in the best position, and he thought Ole Miss was the best position, so I hope he has a great year.
How far in advance did you find out? Like, did you find out with everyone else, or did he give you a heads up, like, hey, man, I'm putting my name in here? Because we found out, obviously, the day of the portal was closing.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, we talked here and there. I knew he was considering it. He let the whole team know, like, before it went public and stuff like that. I mean, just keeping us in the loop so we didn't have to find out on social media. But yeah, that's kind of how it went
Thought of
down.
leaving ever cross your mind?
No, no. This is the greatest place on earth, and I love Coach Pope's vision for me, and he sees kind of the same path that I see. So that's what we're looking to do this year, and on the way, win number 9.
Short term for his vision for you, like this coming season, where do you think obviously practice hasn't really started yet, but where do you think he sees you when the season begins?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, coming in this little time we've had off, just kind of get bigger, faster, stronger. That's the main thing. Continuing to bring gravity on the floor, to open up driving lanes, stuff like that, and then using my shot to put the ball on the deck and get in the lane and create for others. And then we've kind of been talking about locking down the defensive end. He thinks I can be a really good steals guy. He talks about like the defensive IQ, and then the defensive ability is kind of two different things, and he thinks that I have a really good defensive IQ, and if I can just put those two together, then he sees a strong defender in me.
What goes into being a steals guy? What kind of does that take you? Or has he talked about, I guess, what that would actually look like?
Yeah, I mean, I guess here and there, take some more chances, maybe shoot a gap or two, kind of doing things a little outside of the box. Like Otega's really good at. He's supposed to be here, but he takes a shortcut and it ends up well. I guess you just got to take a little risk, and then you just got to see the play ahead. So like last year, especially at the beginning, I thought I was very behind. I mean, I was just trying to hang in there and just trying to pick up on the game, and now I have a year under my belt, have a better feel. I know where I need to be, and then hopefully it puts me in the right position before the ball even comes. So that's
I know it's still early, but are there any of the new guys we know, are they already like talking trash, or some guys you're like, oh, you'll be hearing him chirp a lot?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, I mean, in pickup and stuff, that's just the way basketball is. But, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of great character guys. So, I mean, nothing off the court.
Did you know any of the incoming transfers? Did you know any of them beforehand, besides like just kind of lightly knowing Reese?
Yeah, I mean, Jasper and Malachi, I mean, kind of the same thing with Reese. But, I mean, we played Mo and then Denzel. But, I mean, not really, no.
We saw that picture of Denzel. It looked like he had like a 50-inch vertical.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that of him, and is it just more than just athleticism? Kind of what has he been bringing so far?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's definitely been shooting it good too. In our shooting drills today, I noticed that he was definitely catching fire. But he's just a great all-around player. He's a really good two-way guard, and that's something that we'll need this year.
What is the three-point shooting going to be like on this team, just from early impressions?
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be similar to last year. I mean, Coach Pope sensed them. We want to get up and down and shoot the three, so that's what we'll do, just like last year.
What about making the threes, though? I mean, not just shooting.
Well, I mean, you can shoot it,
you have a lot
but
of
I
makers.
mean,
I guess that's what I'm getting at.
I mean, I'll hope. I mean, we haven't played a game. It's a lot different shooting in a game than shooting in the Craft Center, but that's the plan. I mean, we're shooting them to make them.
You got a lot of new faces and people to burn, but how comforting is it to have Brandon and Ortega and Collin back with you another year?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely is a big help. It's kind of, I feel like we're kind of taking the Jackson Robinson role, because we know Coach Pope and we know what he expects and his standards and his system. So I feel like now the guys are coming to us and asking like how this goes and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of big. We kind of have 4 Jackses this year, so it should make things a lot smoother.
How much did Ortega help you young guys last season. It's like Colin's talked about how just kind of guarding him in practice really helped him well on both sides of the floor. But did he have a similar impact on you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was definitely a rude awakening coming in from high school, and then I'm guarding Otega in the summer, and I just get fried. But I feel like it definitely made me grow up faster. Me and Coach Pope was talking about that just getting exposed so early, it kind of made me pick up faster at a quicker rate. And now it's definitely not easy to guard Otega, but I have a little more feel now than I did whenever I first got here.
I don't feel like I don't have like an exact moment in my mind or an exact time of when I felt like it came off, but it's just been a big emphasis for me is getting better every day, is becoming a better player every day. And so I felt like there's a lot that BBN didn't see in my journey of getting back and feeling comfortable, feeling confident. So there's a lot that went into that, but so I don't know if there's like an exact time of where I felt like, ooh, I'm playing to where I want to be right now. Because there's always more to improve on, and honestly, I feel like it's too far distant to remember how I really felt when I was in high school playing. So I don't know. Like I get questions all the time of, do you feel like you're back into your high school form, or do you feel like you're playing as good as you were in high school? Honestly, I have no idea. I'm sure that I'm a whole lot better in a lot of aspects than I was, and I might be different in other aspects. And so I don't know how to really distinguish that.
You know, we talk a lot about how players get better, but can you speak to how you've watched Mark Pope grow in his role?
Yeah, well, one thing I'll say about Coach Pope is he's very humble to learning. He's not very prideful in his ways, and I think he knows that there's always ways to get better, and he's always wanting to learn, I think. And just from observing him, he's taking a lot from his assistant coaches. He's always talking about things that they bring up, things that they're teaching him as well. And so he has, I think, the same hunger as us to get better every day, to learn from the people around him. And so that's one thing I've noticed about Coach Pope is he's very willing to change.
I don't mean to sound kind of weird, but how does being married make you a better player, or maybe a better teammate, you think?
Well, I'm sure there's many things that I'll find out as the more time goes on. But what I will say is basketball, a lot of it is mental. There's a lot of mental aspects to the game and in your performance, and being around Hannah helps me a lot with that in kind of understanding what the focus of my life should be, and staying grounded, and she helps me understand, because sometimes my life is basketball, right? And if I'm not playing well, I'm not feeling joy, or if I'm playing well, I'm feeling over the moon. And she helps me to where the way that I'm playing doesn't dictate the amount of joy that I'm feeling in my life. And so I do know that makes me a better person, but also my mental state better as a basketball player.
So she holds you accountable.
For sure. She's great at that.
It also sounds like something I could hear your coach talking about and preaching, that balance.
For sure. There is a balance, and there's like so many, we always talk about distractions, so many things that can take you away from your goals and what you want to do, and distract you. But I think we're always trying to stay focused and minimize the distractions and towards our goal as a team.
Talk about basketball being mostly mental. Where are you now mentally compared to like this day last year, your first day of practice, when you weren't ramped up totally and didn't really know what to expect, probably?
I feel like I know my environment a little bit better. I was coming in a little bit blind last year of what to expect. From just coming home as a missionary is kind of a whirlwind of life changing, as well as playing basketball for the first time, and then also playing basketball at an extremely high level. I didn't really know what to expect, how to go about it, whereas I feel like this year off season, I know exactly what I'm supposed to be working on. I know what I can do. I have a lot of experience on the court for what I can do and things I can get better at. And so I think I have a lot better of a vision of what I need to do. I think that's the biggest difference.
How's your wife handle when you're playing? Like maybe you get fouled too hard or something.
No, I don't think she worries too much about it. My mom, on the other hand, is different. She's sometimes a wreck in the games. Like sometimes I'll at least when I was in high school, I'd look up, try to find her. She was like pacing the stadium or in the bathroom because she couldn't watch. Hannah's she's much more calm, I would say, but no, she handles it very well.
I came in on the back end of an answer there, but was there a point last year where you were like maybe trying to get to the point where you were in high school or where you thought that line was, and then you switched it to like that I'm going to be a different player,
right?
So I need to get to that.
I think that was the biggest thing, is there was a mental change of trying to get back to where I want to be, but also I don't want to be the same player that I was, because there's a lot of things that I would need to change if I was coming from high school to playing here. There's a lot of things that I needed to change, and so I kind of took it as why not just change right now to what I'm supposed to be, what I need to be to play here, rather than looking backward, if that makes sense.
You got to compete against Mo Diabate 3 times last season. What makes you most glad that he's on your side now?
Mo's awesome. He is he's kind of a jack of all trades, I would say, to describe him. He's obviously very physical. He's very physically gifted, and so that comes in handy on defense, but also he can force his will on offense. And he's also a very good shooter. He shot a very good percent. I don't think he shot a big volume of shots last year, but he's a very good shooter, actually, which makes him very dangerous, and is going to make him a big asset to our team.
You played against Denzel as well last year. Just what have you seen from him so far, and do you remember that game at all? And maybe what do you think he'll bring to this year's team?
Yeah, I mean, Denzel, I remember his role at Florida. He was coming off the bench and providing those very impactful minutes for Florida, and he's a very good scorer, and he's also a very good shooter. He shoots the ball really well. He has the ball on a string, which makes him very dangerous as a guard and as a ball handler, and so that's going to be very valuable to us as well. And no matter, I don't know exactly the role that Denzel is going to play, but I know he can contribute in so many different facets. So
you guys obviously improved as last season went on, but do you believe in what you've seen kind of early on so far? You guys are going to be better defensively than you were last season?
I mean, we're always striving to get better defensively, and there's a lot to learn and a lot to. I mean, I think a lot of defense relies on how connected we are as a team, and relying on each other and being comfortable with each other and making reads and switches and things like that. So there's a lot that plays into it, but we have the tools, we have the guys that I think we need to be very successful as a team.
You mentioned earlier coming into the situation a little bit blind. Was there something that caught you by surprise, or something that you learned that was your biggest takeaway from the freshman season?
I mean, there's so many. To be honest, it's like it almost seemed like everything was a surprise and was a challenge. And so, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things. Like ball handling was one that is still a focus for me right now, is becoming an even more confident ball handler, shooting at full speed with guys around you, contested shots and things like that. Playing off 2 feet was a big thing. I'm used to playing off of 1 foot a lot, off balance, kind of shooting hope shots. But that was a big thing that I learned and developed, was playing off 2 feet, making repeatable plays. Those were all, I think, a good example of things that I need to get better at, and we're were emphasis points last year.
Pope has talked a lot
Coach
about.
Pope, go ahead.
I was going to say, Pope's talked a lot about that playing off 2 feet. Just how hard is that to actually, adapt to that? I'm sure it takes some time to actually get to that point where you're confident and comfortable doing that.
It does, for sure. It takes time, and it also takes experience in playing off 2 feet and pivoting, because when you pick up the ball and playing off 2 feet, and sometimes nobody's open, and it feels so uncomfortable with the ball, you just want to get rid of it, right? And it's almost like an awkward play, but a winning play is nobody's open. Okay, I'll pass it over almost to half court to get it to our guy to set it up again. That's actually a win for our team, even though looking in, it's like, oh wow, he went in and he failed and he didn't get a bucket, didn't get an assist. He was just lost down there. But it's actually not the case. Is we went to try to find a play and nothing worked, so we're gonna live to fight another day and go again. It's actually a win, and so that's a big thing that guys face and that we're still facing is being comfortable, being uncomfortable down there, and so that is a big thing to continue to get better at, and a lot of guys in the league are very good at that, and that's a NBA skill. So.
Why can high school kids get away with playing on 1 foot?
Say it again.
Why can the high school kids get away with playing on 1 foot?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really have anybody teaching me playing off 2 feet. I was, also in high school, you're more athletic than a lot of the guys playing, so you're able to jump off 1 foot and get higher than everybody and be able to finish and be creative. And so I think that's also a big thing is you're able to kind of get away with it a little bit in high school, but not as able to get away with it here.
You get a lot of new faces to learn, new relationships to get going. But is it comforting to a certain extent to have Ortega, Brandon, Trent back for another run with you?
Of course, those are your brothers. Those are who you rely on when you're on the court. It's not a one-on-one game. It's not a 1-on-5 game, right? It's always comforting having your brothers there with you, fighting for you, and so having those guys who I know will go to bat for us and who I know will give it their all is very comforting.
Do you guys spend more time talking about what happened last year or what you're going to do this season?
No, there's a few things that, especially right now with what we're changing, right? You talk about what we did, but mostly the focus is not on what we were doing, but what we're wanting to do, what we're focused on, the things we need to continue to chase to be better. So I would say that's the better way to put it is what we're focused on, what we're doing and where we're going.
Well, to piggyback off of that, is it more? Do you anticipate? Is the feeling stronger for what you're going to do, or what was disappointing about the end of last season?
Well, I think that's the whole point of sports is, and the whole mental aspect of it is you can't focus on the past and what happened, even if that's a win. You can't get too excited because you won something last year, right? You have to be focused on, because nobody cares what you did last year if you're not performing this year, right? So we're focused on what we're doing.
What are you changing this season that maybe you didn't do last season?
I don't think we're deep enough yet to have very many aspects, but there was something today where we were in practice and some guys we were like running around and guys put their hands on their knees and we're like, no, we're not doing that this year. We're not putting our hands on our knees. So that's one thing. It's like we're gonna get tougher in that way. So that's just one thing that I've noticed so far, which I'm sure there's a lot of things that the coaches are wanting to do different and or get better at.
How much have you seen Trent grow over the past year, and what are your expectations for him this season?
I mean, I think the expectations for Trent are very high because of his skill set and. Like I said, you can't really look back on last year. I mean, you can look at what he's done, the potential he shows, but he's going to be a completely different player, a better player. He's had months to work on his game, and I think everyone in Kentucky knows what Trent is capable of. And so I think he's just going to continue to get better, and he's always exciting to watch. Even even if like there were times where me and him weren't playing in games, like there's a lot of things behind the scene that people don't see, the spurts that he shows, and so he's obviously an exciting player.
What was the team's reaction to Travis deciding not to come back?
Yeah, well, it's always sad losing your brother. Not losing your brother, but not being with him every day, and so it was really sad because we are so close. But it's like I said earlier, it's like there's people's lives. I feel like God has a plan for people, and that's what he felt like he needed to do for him and in his life, which we all have to respect. But it's just going to be sad when we have to beat up on him when we play him in SEC play.
Will you and Trent continue the sophomore cup? Is that what
Yep.
you were calling it? Or will you add somebody new? Or will you?
We are 1-1 right now this year. We've played twice, just me and him. So
Okay.
yeah, it's all tied up at the moment. Maybe don't check. Check back in. We'll see how it's going. If it starts getting too out of hand, we'll stop announcing the scores. But
If I cross a personal line, tell me to shut up, Sam. I can see a college player, you're at this level, you can say, I'm going to wait till after I'm done playing college before I get married. You chose not to.
yeah, I mean, everyone has their. I think their maybe not priorities, but their goals in life and things that are important to them. And Hannah's been very important to me for a long time, and someone who has played a huge role in my life. I almost don't really remember my life without her. So that's someone that I've wanted to keep close and know that I want to have around with me and start a family with, and that's a big priority in my life. And all guys are different, and so I've had a lot of conversation with guys that are, it's kind of like maybe weird to them, a guy that's 21 getting married, but a lot of guys respect it, and I think a lot of guys also prioritize family on the team, and so they've been very respectful, and it's been cool.
You talked about her holding you accountable. Does she send you like a list of, hey, make sure to pick up the groceries after you leave practice? Anything like that?
No, not yet. We just have moved into our new place, so there's been a lot to do outside of practice, and she's been great at.
Are you a DIY guy? You're up there like hammering stuff?
I have not yet. I'll probably need to at some point. We'll see. I might have some stories. I did it for our wedding. I got a gift of like a basket of like some drills and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll mess around with that a little bit. But no, it's been good. We've been working hard to get settled. So.